afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla. I'm a light worker and a crone. And today we're going to talk about the basics of spirituality. But before we get to that, let me introduce Heather and her cards.
Hi, how are y'all? Just go ahead and shuffle up and find out what we need to know today. I am Heather. Of course, most of you know that, but...
Hi, Scott, Juno, Patricia. Welcome to the channel today, and welcome to all Facebook as well as YouTube subscribers. We appreciate all of y'all being here. And today is actually our 50th episode. So we started on 2/22/22, and this is our 50th episode. So I'm actually very excited about that. I can't believe it. Hi, Chris. Great to see you too. I'm going to go to Card Cam.
And I'll get these dealt out and see what we got.
Thanks, everybody. I know, can you believe 50? That's crazy.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Laura.
This one down here, if you can't see it, was frequency shift. So I'll put it down here, and I don't know why everything's so crooked, so I'll try to straighten it up for you.
It's like we have a time delay. Hi, Aries girl, Manassas.
Because I don't mind it being crooked for me. I can see it. Okay, so where we're starting is with the knowledge. And we have lots of knowledge, but sometimes what gets in our way is our creativity, the energy. We want to keep going with things and be really creative about stuff. Sometimes it gets in the way of our knowledge.
It does.
Our bodies are taking flight. We're still going for it. We're reading books. We're seeing everything that we can see. We're doing lots of experimenting. That's why I said some of our creativity gets in the way. And in the meantime, our souls are doing our frequency shifting, which helps bring us up. So what we need to do is continue to have faith in everything we're doing, because the knowledge will come in and overcome the creativity that is saying, oh, let's do this, and it's not really what you want to do. If we keep the faith, we'll do what we need to do, and we'll end up on the celestial level. Which is where we want to be.
Certainly where I want to be.
Yeah.
Kind of matches my colors today, too.
True.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
So we know to keep going and keep our knowledge going, but watch out for sometimes we're just a little bit too creative and it gets in the way of what we do really know.
Alrighty. Sounds good. So, what is spirituality? Do you all know? The Oxford Dictionary says, relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. The Cambridge Dictionary says, the quality that involves deep feelings and beliefs of a religious nature rather than the physical parts of life. And Wikipedia says there's no single widely agreed upon definition of spirituality. Most people accept the meaning their families or their religion or their teachers attach to the concept and really don't think much about it after that. They live their daily life unconcerned about it without going any deeper into the subject. And most people, even if not religious, grow up with a certain, usually vague belief and just never question it.
That's true.
And I can remember that when I was very young.
Yeah, I remember I just believed whatever they told me and that was it. But there is another meaning to spirituality, and I know you all know it. It's a process of awakening from ordinary consciousness and rising above the ego and awakening to a wider consciousness, being aware of so much more. Expanding the mind beyond limitations, thoughts, and limited viewpoints about life in the universe. Now, why is spiritual development important? Well, it enhances our ability to deal with life's ups and downs, and it helps us bounce back from the difficult experiences that we can go through.
It's
Isn't
true.
that gorgeous?
It makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
So, spiritual growth is a process of shedding the old 3D concepts and thoughts and beliefs and ideas and becoming more conscious and aware of our inner being.
Right.
This process uncovers the inner spirit that is always present but often hidden by our ego personality. In this process of inner awakening, rising of the consciousness beyond the ordinary, everyday existence, and awakening to some universal truths. And they're different than what we thought they were when we were kids.
Amen. So spiritual growth means going beyond the ego mind and realizing there's a whole lot more to who we really are. Spirituality is incredibly personal and unique to each of us. And I want to repeat that. Spirituality is unique to each of us. It's a very individual thing. And no two of us are going to go through the same things. So remember that. It's also the basis for a better and more harmonious life with ourselves and others. A life free of tension, fear, and anxiety. Boy, that sounds good to me.
Yes.
I have to admit, since I've been on this path, I'm not near as anxious or fearful as I used to be.
Yeah.
It helps us learn not to let people and circumstances affect our inner being and state of mind. Because remember, when you let somebody else interfere in your head all the time, it's not doing anything to them. It's just driving you crazy.
Right. They have control of you.
So it helps us let go of judgment and attachments, and it helps us become a stronger, happier, more responsible human being. It can relieve us from dependence on material things and help us to understand our life's purpose. That was a big one for me. I know I'm here for some reason other than going to and from work every day, right?
Yeah.
You just have to be. I don't see how anybody could think of anything else. But
Well, I knew nothing could happen to me after my husband died. Somebody had to be there with kids.
yeah,
My job was to make sure the kids were okay and grew up and everything.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Our kids came first. We are all spiritual beings, and we all have the potential to fully embrace our spirituality. Every single one of us. Embarking on our spiritual path is a choice. We can stay immersed in the day-to-day chaotic status quo, or we can choose to explore the possibilities of a spiritual journey. And guess what? I know what path we're all on.
I know. Yeah. So there are said to be 7 stages of spiritual development. Stage 1 is innocence. You're born in a material world dominated by the first 3 chakras. And we are in a state of innocence and still very much part of spirit. But this memory begins to fade as we're taught how to fit in.
Yeah.
And we become distracted by the world around us. Stage 2 is fear and ego. And as we grow, our ego emerges, and we soon realize that we are completely at the mercy of everybody and everything around us.
Yeah.
We find that if we want to get something, we have to please the people in charge or
True.
whoever it is that's in charge.
True.
Our personality develops, and we begin creating all the stories that shape and define our lives. Stage 3 is power, and it overcomes fear. We become educated and start a career and a family, and we accumulate things to give us a sense of security. And most people, further growth from spiritual development doesn't exist. It just stops there. We choose, some of us, to continue to be consumed with the material desires and seek more and more power and control. We're done.
For others, that feeling that's there is more to life begins to awaken. I remember that. And rather just accumulating possessions and power, you look for a deeper meaning to life. Stage 4 is giving. We begin to realize there's more to life than personal power and wealth. And we start asking ourselves, how can we help others? How can we serve the world around us? We become comfortable with giving as well as receiving. But if we give, because we expect some form of recognition or because it makes us feel good about ourselves, then it's still ego-driven. But if we give from the level of love and compassion without any concern for recognition or reward, our giving becomes selfless and our true spiritual journey begins.
True.
Whew, that gives me chills.
Yeah.
It's true.
Stage 5 is, yes, it is. And stage 5 is the seeker. Well, before I go back to that, I want to go back to the giving. We can tell who's giving of themselves or whatever it is for their own good. You could see it.
Yes,
now.
you can.
You can feel it. You know it. So it's something that's really, the energy is just so different. So anyway.
It is.
Then we have the seekers, and our journey has begun. We start our spiritual practices, and our decisions start coming from our heart center. We want to know more about everything.
It's so true.
I know.
I don't know
Okay,
how
what's
many
on us
bookcases
next?
do you guys have for spiritual books?
Right. Exactly. Do we have any? And here we're trying to get rid of all these books, and all of a sudden we're accumulating more.
More and more.
Yeah. We read and study with masters and teachers. And you all are masters and teachers. So are we. Everybody that talks, that does it. We practice the teachings and techniques that we've learned. And our throat chakra opens up as we learn to speak from our hearts. And then we have the sage. Cosmic consciousness dawns. You're fully awakened to the knowledge that you are the creator of your life. The fear of death dissolves as you realize that life is eternal and our physical life is just another role we play in the larger scheme of things. Your mind is fully awake, but some ego is still present. The end is in sight, but you have allowed your ego to hide it, so you don't see it. And you remain stuck in the false sense of spiritual attainment. Or you recognize the ego but do not succumb to it. We allow it to find its place harmoniously within the whole. And then we continue our journey with the humanity and devotion. And with humility.
Yes. Aries girl said she knew from a very young age there was much, much more.
Yes.
It was palpable. I don't know anything different. I agree with you. I knew from a young age as well.
Yeah, there was always something more. Nobody understood that. Around me, that is.
Right. Number 7 is, stage 7 is spirit. There's no longer any separation. Our heart is fully opened. We experience the divine and unity consciousness. All of our chakras are open and our spiritual energy flows freely. Life becomes choiceless. We function totally in harmony with nature. Everything is provided exactly as needed at exactly the right moment. And that's the end of that one. Stage 7. I don't know how many of y'all have gotten there, but we're still working on it.
We're still working on it, yes.
So what are the different ways that you can increase your spiritual health, grow your spiritual health? First, you have to acknowledge that you are spirit in a body, not body with a spirit. Okay? We have to recognize we are so much more than this human body. If you can accept that, your attitude towards everything changes. Literally. People, situations, anything you go through, it will change dramatically when you realize that. Another method is to read spiritual books. There are so many books out there to choose from. We know how many masters and people are selling ways for spirituality, to find it. Some of my early favorites were the Celestine Prophecy. I'm sure some of you read that, by James Redfield. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. The Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. And Adventures Beyond the Body, William Buhlman, who my daughter actually introduced me to that book.
So you need to explore who you are. Ask yourself questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? And what do I value most? These questions will lead you to think more in depth about yourself and allow you to notice things about yourself that will help you achieve your goals. Look for deeper meanings in your life. Analyze reoccurring patterns in your life. I remember coming home one day and the same thing had happened that's happened so often. I'm going, okay, what am I not getting? This is happening again. What did I not get? What am I missing? Write it down. There's that journaling again. Journaling helps us process our emotions, increases our awareness, and gives us a non-judgmental space to express our feelings in the moment. You adopt an attitude of gratitude, and this is a great way to shift your thoughts from negative to positive. It increases our self-esteem, it helps us relax and feel happier inside. So start a gratitude journal. It's impossible to focus on what we lack when we see everything that we already have. And for some people, it's better to have one journal for everything, for each thing. So you've got a journal for gratitude, a journal for things that have happened and all sorts of things. Or you can have just one journal where you do everything all at once. It's whatever is best to work for you.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Another method is to practice mindfulness. When we're mindful, we're fully present in life and we make ethical decisions according to our values. Start paying attention to your emotions, your body, and the way you interact with others. Turn off the TV, get off your phone, stay away from social media. Learn to calm your mind. Meditating for as little as 5 minutes a day can help reduce stress, depression, and anxiety, and increase mindfulness. Practice yoga. That's one of my favorites. Yoga's for everyone at any level. Chair yoga to flying fitness yoga, I don't care. Yoga improves your mind, body, and your spirit. Spiritual wellness by reducing emotional and physical strains on your mind and your body. And there's so much more to yoga. I just really love it. Plus the breath work. The breath work is amazing, and it does amazing things for your body. Then spend time in nature. Disconnect from your electronics, people, and events. Focus on your hobbies, those things that bring you joy. That's really where you need to place your focus, rather than watching TV and all the chaos in the world, all the fear-mongering everywhere you turn. Focus on your hobbies. That's what brings me joy.
Yeah.
Think positively. Scott, you're a mess. Think positively. Be mindful of your thought patterns. When you catch yourself focusing on the negative, correct your course. Once you start viewing things in your life in a positive manner, you'll find yourself thinking differently and easily refocusing your mind to have a happy, healthy place as needed. Oh, Scott, you crack me up.
And laughter's very good.
And laugh all the time. It's really good for you to laugh. And lastly, give back. If you're fortunate, give back to others. There's so many people less fortunate than you and me, and every little bit helps, and it's good for your soul. It reminds us of all the things we have to be grateful for, and it fulfills a deeply human need to be to contribute.
Yeah. And when we are in the 3D material world, we only have the energy of the body and mind, whereas on the spiritual path, we tap into the divine, which includes unconditional love and unity consciousness energies. So much more. The material world is like a prison. The spiritual path leads to unbound freedom. And we're always at the junction on our journey. Truth or illusion, material or eternal. Our egoic mind will always try to keep its limiting hold on us, and so you have to be careful to choose wisely. Everything we do is a spiritual act if you do it with mindfulness and awareness.
I was just thinking, look at that. I meditate when I crochet. Every stitch is a prayer.
Wow.
That's mindfulness. That's meditation. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Watching the sunrise and sunsets. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Be regular and disciplined with your spiritual practices. But don't get disheartened if you wander off. It's okay. You just get back on the path. You'll find your path and your inner peace. It's okay to take side tracks and go down rabbit holes.
It is.
Yeah. Ultimately, our journey becomes the way of life, like a lush oasis in the deserts of mundane life.
So true.
Yes.
Aries girl, you can give back in so many ways. Just smiling at someone, saying hello. You're absolutely right. We do that when we go for our morning walks.
Anybody we meet gets a hello.
Gets a
Some
smile
of them
and
actually
hello.
say hello back.
It does feel good for both people, doesn't it? And
Yes.
it's so simple.
Yes.
Just a smile.
Right.
Random acts of kindness. You got it,
Absolutely.
Scott.
Paying it forward has really, really good vibes for it.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? What kind of spiritual practice do you guys have in the chat room? Oh, I love walking in the grass barefoot, but we don't have any grass here.
No.
We have to
No.
go to the beach and walk in the sand.
Yeah, we walk in the sand. Grass is cooler, but you got chairs.
Yes. I made it a point to be extra nice to someone who I disagree with. It's been amazing how it's transformed. Isn't that the truth, Juno?
Oh, yeah.
Especially if somebody's a grump and all you do is smile and wish them a good day and over, and pretty soon they learn to smile, it seems like.
They get confused.
Yes. They can get very
They
confused.
get confused when you do things that are nice.
So what have you guys got to share today? Anything? Otherwise, we're going to go to cards. I thought this was going to last longer than it did. It was such amazing information.
Yeah. There's just the basics.
That's true. Just the basics. And then next week we'll have Dark Night of the Soul. I didn't like that part of it. I don't care for the Dark Night parts.
No, I didn't like that part, but you know it's something we need to know about.
But when you go through them, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it to come out on the other side. But, ooh, it's ugly at the time.
Yes, it's not fun.
So who wants a card today? We're going to go to Card Cam and start drawing cards. That's funny,
Good,
Juno. Juno says it was really nice when talking with the bill collector, and I thanked her for doing her job and keep us going. She was so freaked out she hung up on me. That's great.
Okay, there's 3 so far. You writing?
Okay, Chris, she doesn't have a number. You're good. Scott, 6.
I'll get Chris.
And Juno wants a card. That's wonderful. We are actually getting rain. Juno, did you get rain this weekend? Because we're actually getting a bunch of it today. We haven't had any. We haven't had much rain this year.
Contact.
We did figure out our echo issue. It was on the phone, the app that we use on CardCam. They each had microphones on them. Plus, we turned off every microphone we could, everywhere we could. Oh, good!
Yeah,
I'm glad you're getting
we're part
some.
of it that's getting it around you.
That's fantastic. Yeah, we really needed it too. Watching the
Okay.
sunrise and sunset daily, that's great. I like to dig in the dirt. I like to plant things. That's how I get it.
Chris got the card contact, and what I'm seeing is that you're going to be meeting more and more people. And
Why did I think it was aliens?
It could be them too. But you're going to be meeting more and more. And It's going to be good for you. They want to hear what you have to say, and if it's human. And actually, they want to know what you have to say, even if it's not human. But you're going to be having a lot more contact with maybe even clients. I don't know, but they're saying that don't be afraid to make that contact. Don't be afraid to speak up and to be there when they want you to talk. It's okay. Don't be nervous about it. Okay?
Cool. And then Scott's card number 6. Juno, I don't know why your camera won't work on Zoom. I use my computer for Zoom, so I don't know. Oh, lovely.
Cool. They prefer being petted, huh?
They prefer the Reiki to being petted.
That makes sense.
All my animals loved it when I started doing reconnective healing on them.
And Juno.
Juno's got 8.
Okay, I need card number 6.
Yeah, I had big old gypsy cobs, and I had a gelding that was always getting in trouble, and he loved the energy work. Absolutely loved it.
You knew you were a starseed, right? How could you not with the gifts that you have?
Is this Juno?
No.
This is Scott?
This is Scott. You knew you were a starseed. So, let's see if I can get a better... Nope, it's just that bright. Starseeds are bright, but actually there is a face in here. You just can't see it. Maybe I wonder if I can tip the card.
Oh, there you go. That's
see,
pretty good.
There's a face to it. But yeah,
yay,
let
warrior
me see
girls
what it
here.
says about it. Besides your being a starseed, if you think about it, it explains a lot of things that you've done and that have happened in your life. Because you are a starseed, certain things happen a little differently for you than for others.
I have a serious tickle in my throat.
Oh, for a change, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
They're just reminding you, really, in case you had forgotten that you are a starseed. Okay?
That's funny.
Yeah, our dog presents us with her backside.
Her
too.
butt. Every time.
Every time.
Her hips. Hi, warrior girl. Nice to see you.
After
Juno's 8th card.
she was
I think you're right, Aries girl. I was thinking just because it has to be the movie. I was getting that.
yeah. No, I see making a lot more contacted and more readings and things. Her.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I think I want to watch that movie again. It was so good.
It was good.
I haven't watched it in years. Oh, yes. My doggy belly.
Yeah. Look who's saying.
I
That's
see
our
that.
dog. Okay.
Our
8.
dog turned 8 today. It's her birthday. She's 8 years old. This is Juno, yeah.
Prayers. I think they would like you to contact the powers that be upstairs. They like talking with you. They'd like you to contact them more often and just talk with them. It's not anything you need to do, but they really want you to talk to them more. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Warrior girl, what number do you want? The lucky 13? Just vacuum. Scott's on a roll today.
Yes. No. Okay. Okay, 13?
I'd say 13 for warrior girl.
Okay.
Because I don't think you have 113.
No. What? Absolutely. Commitment. Warrior girl. Oh, they like your commitment, and they would not mind if you gave them some more. There's something coming up that you'll have to decide whether or not you're going to make a commitment to it or not. I don't know what it is, so I can't help you there. It's just that there is something coming. And use your discernment. You may want to research it with your guides before you decide one way or the other. Okay? Not necessarily physical, 3D. It may be a 5D type thing. But there is something coming that you will want to use your discernment for. It might be a good thing. It might be, they're just saying use your discernment for it. Okay?
Interesting. And we've got one for Ron.
Puppy, yeah, she acts more like an older puppy dog, but she's a puppy.
Thank you, Juno. I'll let her know you sent a happy birthday. Right now, Ron's giving her belly rubs in the other room, so she's super happy.
Well, I know they like it, Juno. They like talking to you. So, don't be afraid to ask them for things either. Ron.
Mm-hmm.
I had to think about who I was doing.
I understand. So tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we're going to be on Spirit Messenger Sheila's channel at 4 p.m.
Ron, your card is fairy magic.
Wow.
And you're actually in the middle of it. There's some fairy magic going around. Things that are beginning to just come together. That's the fairy magic showing what they can do.
Cool.
So that's good.
Yes, Sassafras is at Catahoula.
Yes.
And she's very talkative.
She does do that, yes.
Okay, did we miss anybody?
Oh, I need to make one up for us. I'll let you pick
Warrior
that one.
girl, you got commitment. You'll have to rewind to figure out.
Oh, yeah. I think that was saying you are coming to a place where you're going to have to decide whether you're committed to something or not.
To be committed or not.
Committed to that something. And they're saying use your discernment when you're making that decision. Okay?
Cool.
If it's good for you, it's great. If it's not what you want, don't go with it. Okay?
That's true of anything.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't feel right in your gut, don't do it. There's Aries, girl. Sure. We'll be happy
Sure, I
to.
will. Any particular number, or would you like me to pull?
You guys, if you ever want to know what card you pulled, I write them down. They're always on the last page of our show.
Ah, Divinity.
Ooh.
That's a nice one. Okay.
It's my favorite card.
Aries, girl, Virgo moon. Yes. Do you not study, but you relate well to the astrology? Because they're saying that you're using the knowledge of divinity to help you with what you're doing. And I don't know why I got astrology in my head. It's not something I normally do.
Cool. Thanks, Juno.
They're helping you with it, with whatever it is. And yeah, but they're helping you understand it. Thank you for the confirmation. It would be a good idea to, this is a personal remark, it might be a good idea to learn a little bit more about it, because they are helping you with it, which means that, to me, it's a good thing for you to look into.
Cool.
Okay?
Hi, G. Covington. How are you today?
You will understand it.
Nice to see you. We're at the end of card pulling. You ready for one? I know she is. Cool.
Yeah, that's why it came up. The astrology is helping you with what you're doing. So you might want to look into it a little bit. Yeah. But they are helping you with it, what you're doing.
That's cool.
Okay.
We do a card for G. Covington.
Oh, that one fell out. So that's it. Oh, it was prayers.
That's for you, G.
Ask what you need. Ask from them what you'd like to know from them. They're saying ask us, don't be afraid to. And I get the impression it's something specific, but I don't know what it is. Okay?
Good.
Okay.
Oh, good. That's great.
Great.
Remember, our guides, our angels, all of them are out there to help us, but they can't do it if we don't ask. So remember to ask. Ask, ask, ask away. They love it when we ask. They do.
Because they can't do anything
If we don't.
if we don't.
It's that simple. Am I pulling the card of the day?
Uh-huh.
So, our card for the week.
Or until we meet you again.
Interesting.
Caretaker. Continue to be the caretakers that you are, and remember that part of that caretaking is for yourself. I know that this week I had just a general card reading things, and they're saying this is the week I'd be taking care of myself. I have different appointments with doctors and optometrists and all the things that I need.
A massage, a tattoo. Don't forget those things.
So I'm taking care of me. So
We love you too, Judo.
they're
We love
saying,
all of you.
yes, you are and caretakers, every one of you. Don't forget yourself.
Don't forget yourselves.
Yes, take care
If you
of
don't
you.
take care of yourself, you're not taking very good care of those around you. Remember that.
Yeah, if you're not the best that you can be because you're not taking care of yourself, you really can't help anybody else.
That's right.
So take care of you and have a great week.
You guys, please like and subscribe and share this if you liked it. And I hope we'll get to see you again on, well, like I said, tomorrow we're on Sheila's channel. And then Saturday, Dark Night of the Soul. Not looking forward to that one.
Yes, you are.
But it'll be interesting to look
It'll be
up.
good.
We love you guys. Thanks again for coming, and we'll see you next time. Have
Yes,
a
we will.
great week, and we're surrounding you all with unconditional
Yes, we will.
love and unity consciousness.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Take care.